I'm not really good with this whole updating thing. Don't know if it's because I'm like lazy or just like big on procrastinating. But honestly, I really like doing this, but I'm not gonna pressure myself into doing it when I don't want to. So let's keep up with at least me updating once a month. Hello YouTube, it is Michaela, aka Michaela the Bookworm, and today I bring to you something that I truly love. Okay, yes, this is something that I love almost more than books, that I love almost more than Marvel, that I love almost more than Supernatural. This thing is Gilmore Girls. See, I'm even wearing my Luke's Diner shirt that I got from the Warner Brothers tour that I went to over the summer. And I know I said I was going to do a review on like the TV series, but I just like want to stay out of that because I feel like I'm still new to this. I still have so minuscule amount of followers. I don't want to risk losing all of them because we have different opinions on my Gilmore Girl. Because yes, I did like it. There was just some things that really irked me. Like I did not like how they portrayed Rory's character. I didn't like how they portrayed Rory and Logan's characters together. I didn't like how they brought in some of the characters where it seemed totally okay and others felt like forced. And it just, while I love Gilmore Girls and it's like one of my favorite shows and I love the revival, there was some things I had issues about. I just don't want to talk about all those issues. So instead, I'm going to be doing a Gilmore Girls book tag. Now I saw this about a month ago. Yeah, a month exactly, on Read by Zoe's channel. You should go check out that video because let's be real, she's doing it better than me. No surprise. And she also has the original video linked down below. So check out those two videos before or after this video. I don't really care what you do with your life. But anywho, let's get started before I ramble myself into a deep dark hole I can't crawl myself out of. So basically what this is, there's questions. And they're all characters from Gilmore Girls. And I have to match them up with a character or book. And so let's get to this. The first one. Lorelai, a character with a witty or sarcastic sense of humor. And I went with Rysand, or Rysand, however you want to pronounce it. I like Rysand. From A Court of Mist and Fury. He is extremely witty and sarcastic and sassy, and I feel like him and Lorelai could just go at it for on and on for hours and hours, and they would end up being like friends at the end and grabbing some coffee. Like, and probably some pancakes, and maybe some pizza. Like, they would become best friends, and so that's why I feel like he would be the male fae version of Lorelai. The next one is Rory, which is your favorite classic. Now, I don't know if this is considered a classic because it was written in like the 1900s. I'm pretty sure 1906 was originally published. But anywho, my favorite classic, that might not be a classic, but it's an American literature classic, is The Jungle by Upton Sinclair. Like, I have other favorites like The Great Gatsby and Pride and Prejudice, but I feel like those everyone will choose. And so I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go for like this one because it's like not a lot of people will choose it, and I feel like it needs to be talked about more because not only is it a good book, but it talks about real struggles that America had to deal with in the early 1900s that are probably still dealing with now, we just all ignore. Yeah. Now, the next one is Luke, a book you secretly love but are afraid to admit. Now, I picked the second book, 50 Shades Darker, because while this one seems to have more sex, I kind of just skip over a lot of it because I just love the relationship in this book. It's so much more deep, it's so much more open, it's filled with more humor, and you just learn so much about the characters both, and you just, they have such a good romance. And I will fight anyone that, like, says he's abusive, or yeah, basically that, if he's abusive, because I will show you parts in this book where everything, basically in this whole entire book, she wants it, and he's just like, I don't want to hurt you. So I will fight you if you try to say he's abusive. Lane, a musical character. I picked America from the selection because she was a 5, which was like in the music type people, and she was a really good singer, and, I mean, her last name's singer. Dean, your first book love. The books that were my first love, I don't have with me. They're kind of packed away, and they are like the Rainbow Fairy series. Do you guys like remember those where like you had like all the different fairies, and you had like the two main girls who had to like help out. They had to help out like the fairies whenever they came to visit, and you had like the goblins who were like really, really bad. If you don't look at the Rainbow Fairy series, that was like the first books I ever like got obsessed with. I probably have like 30 because there's so many of them, and I just love them, and I like would they were amazing. They're probably what really got me into reading when I was a kid. Suki, a book you devoured. That would be The Lost Hero by Rick Riordan. I chose this book instead of the first Percy Jackson because it took me about, I wanted to like 3 years after this one came out to read it because I was all like, oh, Percy's not in it. I don't want to like betray Percy. Like Percy Jackson, they'll like always be my fave. I don't want new characters. And then I finally gave it a try because everyone's like, Michaela, the old characters come back. Stop being so stubborn and pompous. And I was like, fine. So I picked it up and I read it like last summer and I read it in a day. And so, just a book you love that gets the most hate. Now, this isn't a book I'm like absolutely obsessed with. I was back in like 4th and 5th grade, but I kind of dwindled down because I wanted to like please my friends and they all hate it. So I was like, psh, yeah, I totally hate it too. Please like me. But my friend recently got me back into it last year, and I do like it. I feel like it does get a lot of hate, and as someone who like 50 Shades of Grey, I can't really hate this book. Twilight. Miss Patty, a book that was ruined by the hype. I feel like everyone's saying this one, and I kind of don't blame them. I haven't read this book yet. It's on my TBR list, but I've just heard so mixed reviews. Like people that like it are like, oh my god, I really, really love it. It's the best book ever. But then the people that hate it are just like, burn it with fire. And so I'm so mixed and like confused on it. I'm so afraid to like read it that I feel like the hype is completely ruining it in the sense that I'm going into this book thinking it's going to be really bad. And it is The Cursed Child. And I feel like everyone knows the controversy over this book. People either love it or hate it. It's gonna be a fun read. Emily Gilmore, an expensive book, and that would probably be Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare, because I got it like the week it came out. It's hardcover, it's a pretty thick book, and it's like $25. I would have said The Fantastic Beasts script, but I got that for 20% off, plus another 25% off during Black Friday. And most of the hardcover books I get are, for some reason, like 20 bucks, you know? This wins by like $5. And lastly, Paris, an uptight character. For this one, I picked Effie from The Hunger Games because she was kind of uptight in the sense of everything had to be perfect. Everything had to go her way. Everything had to look good. She had to look good. Her contestants had to look good. And so Effie, I think Trinket's her last name. I can't honestly remember. It's been since like 3 years since I've read it. But, yeah, that's my Gilmore Girls book tag. Thanks for Read by Zoe and the original person who posted this for letting this idea out into the internet. And please go check out their videos and like and subscribe if you like this, and put your comments down of what books you think goes with which Gilmore Girls character and what you thought of the Gilmore Girls revival.